advisors and how hTC, over the last 20 years, has changed this world with its innovation. To talk to you more about our latest innovation, ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to welcome hTC's Global President for Smartphones and Connected Devices, Shailene Chang.
Thank you, Lisa. Thank you all for coming. I know many of you actually traveling for a long way, so big thank you. I also want to take this opportunity to thank people getting on live streaming, and thank you again for getting on, because I know some of you actually coming on at a very difficult, like some of them actually it's an early morning in Europe, some actually the late night in the US. So a big thank you and welcome. hTC is 20 years old. Actually, yesterday is 20th anniversary of hTC. That's why we choose today to be our global launch event, because it marks the beginning of another 20 years for hTC. Looking back 20 years of pioneering innovations by hTC, some people may remember the hTC Sense. Remember the clock widget? Some people may remember the metal unibody, the craftsmanship. Some people would say is the dual camera ultra pixel. And some people would say is the Boom Sound Studio. Many of them, seeing these innovations, look very familiar. One thing you guys probably all agree, these are all being widely copied. We'd like to see hTC 20 years from another angle. Starting in 1997, when we started working on personal mobility devices, anticipating the coming of 3G and the wide use of data. A few years later, people call it smartphone. Fast forward to 2007, we pioneered a Sense Touch, the first hTC touch phone. And more importantly, anticipating the coming of 4G and working together with an ecosystem platform leader, we unleash the growth of Android ecosystem. So standing here today, in 2017, when we see 5G coming in 2 or 3 years, what do we see what's needed in a smartphone or your personal device that a few years later you may or may not call a smartphone? We think it needs to embody at least 3 major things. First, it has to have a new way of interactions, an extended interaction between you as a consumer and the device. Second, seeing the coming of voice command based on natural language, we see the need to enable multiple platforms and combining with a new way of interactions. And lastly, but not leastly, we need a next generation of multimedia in order for a consumer to get the best benefits. Now imagine putting all 3 of them together in a nicely built smartphone. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce hTC U11. We've been thinking about, in the last 2 or 3 years, what are the natural, intuitive way of interacting with your smartphone? And I know some of you actually saw the leak video. It's actually a true leak from video from hTC. When we first saw it, we were like shocked, because that was an internal review video, like I think about 2015. We're thinking about a new way of interaction. So we thought NEA, why not just, if it's already been leaked by someone else, might as well just create awareness. We're thinking about something as natural, as intuitive as squeeze. Imagine a new baby just born, holding on to the mother's fingers for comfort, for safety, for love. A little squeeze for play, to work, express your feeling, express your fear, for all sorts of things, to learn. Squeeze is a natural way for an individual person to express your emotions. Now imagine applying a little squeeze to your phone. If I may trouble people in the audience, if you can take out your phone. Some of the people taking out your phone, some of the people kind of afraid because they may take out some of the phone like, don't look that familiar. I can assure you, after today, for every media friend coming to our launch event, we'll give you a hTC U11 to test. So when you take out your phone, you will notice the first thing you grip on is the side, just like what this image shows. So now imagine, apply a little squeeze to the side. All sorts of brilliant things will come out. Let me show you a film. See, with little squeeze, you can turn on all sorts of applications. Actually, just with a little squeeze, you could turn on your photo, your camera. I'm going to do a little demo there. Say, with a very nice young lady here. Sorry, don't mean to impose on you. We can do a little selfie here, just a little squeeze. And if we want to take a photo of the entire audience, so we can switch from selfie to, say, main camera. And here you can see the main camera here, and we can take photo of our exciting crowd. Just a little quicker way. Or if we want to take a selfie with our powerful ever main camera of hTC, all you can do is to turn around. Then it's a little selfie of us. As simple as that. For those people who are action-oriented, want to capture your brilliant moment, something like this. You can see, if you are like this lady, is actually a true lady. This film is shot in Barcelona. She is a very, very good skateboarder. And when you get on the action like that, squeeze is not the easiest way. It becomes the only way to capture the magic moment. Now, how do we combine squeeze with a next generation of trend? We all see the wide use of natural language conversation coming, using the voice command. So imagine, let me give a little demo here. I can do a little squeeze. Turn on. Oops. Okay, Google. What's my calendar today? What's my calendar today? Okay, Google. What's my calendar today?
You have a calendar for every day at 2:30 p.m. The title is Launch Event.
Okay, Google. How's traffic to home? Okay, Google. Okay, Google. How's traffic to home?
There's light traffic from your location to your home, so it'll take about 18 minutes.
Or you can use a different wait word, something like this. Alexa, play me pop music.
There's this.
Alexa, stop music. You see, you can use the squeeze, either you set up with a short squeeze, long squeeze, or in combination with the voice command. You can wake up either OK Google or Alexa. And I'm very glad to report in China, for the China consumers, we also working exclusively with Baidu. And we're going to use Baidu platform to power the voice command with the squeeze. I want to talk a little bit about the combination using squeeze and voice command, because it says something about an innovation of hTC on acoustics. In fact, this smartphone, I verbally actually just turn on the OK Google, you can see that by voice. You see how accurate it is? Because we have 4 microphone arrays detecting voice from all directions with distance. We can hear the signal very well and filter out the noise. And because of this, we're able to record with this setup a 3D recording with audio zoom. Why this is important? Because in the coming years, all you will experience is immersive, real-time experience that will require a real-time 3D voice experience with any audio focus you want to do. I wanted to take this opportunity to talk about multimedia. People talk about multimedia, the first thing coming to mind is camera. I'm very glad to report, we're just being informed, hTC U11 camera has been ranked the highest and the only one with the highest score. is the only highest ranked phone camera ever tested. And these are not my words. These are the words by DxO, which is being informed. Thank you to all the hTC engineers, Elmo's team, and many team members here working day and night making it happen. This doesn't come easy because we get a really good score on a lot of people anticipating the so-called HDR+. The next generation of HDR gives us really good contrast. And this camera is super fast on both photo and video. Plus, with a lot reduced noise in a different light environment with extra details. So this is today the highest ranked only phone camera ever tested by DxO. I also want to talk about audio. We first introduced the hTC U11. People try to understand why we introduced hTC U11. Why do you take out the 3.5mm audio jack? And I remember some of the reviews just say, how come you take out 3.5mm audio jack without even trying to understand how your sonic will really bring your audio experience to the next level? By linking into Type-C, you can see that we have the U11 combined with two microphones that are able to detect your ear canal reflection. So beef up where you need to beef up. So you get incredible. And I encourage you guys to really try it. Whoever you have really high-end analog headset, I really encourage you to try side by side because this U11 really fit into you. With this U11, because the microphone, we're able to detect the noise inside your ear. So we're able to basically set the counter noise to cancel the noise. So I'm proud to announce in second generation U11, in hTC U11 will come with noise cancellation capabilities. And on the speaker itself, I saw a lady upstairs getting quite nervous. She flipped aside on the boom sound. Yes, we have the boom sound. This is the next generation of boom sound, and I really encourage you to compare side by side. Even with our old hTC 10 last year, you can see it really step forward. And I also encourage you to compare with the premium phone, current premium phone in the market. You'll see the stereo sound is unrivaled. Finally, I want to talk a little about our industrial design. You can flip to the page.
How do you capture your brilliant moments? Squeeze is the easy way. Squeeze to share the best you. Immerse yourself in music adapted to you, where outside noises fade away. Squeeze for the adventurous you. Squeeze to immortalize the moment. Record sound in 360 degrees. for you to zoom in on. Squeeze and do what no other phone lets you. hTC U11.
All the film was shot in Barcelona. You can see there's a guy taking the adventures himself, plunging into the water. Even though we don't encourage you to play your phone inside the water, yes, hTC U11 does come with waterproof. And sometimes when you play that activity, want to take a photo, squeeze is the only way because the touch will not work in that environment anymore. We pioneered the metal unibody design for a couple of years. So we thought about what would be the right industrial design for a new generation of smartphones for the coming years. We thought about a few things. First, it has to fit really well ergonomically on your hand. Second, it has to look aesthetically beautiful, stunning. Third, the color has to be great. These are three main things we think about when we start thinking about what would be the right industrial design for our flagship. I'll talk about how to fit onto your phone very well. We all know between the consumer and the display, there is something called cover glass. So starting with the cover glass, how do we create a phone that can really fit very well inside your hand? So we started bending the glass from the front, the top. Start with the cover glass. We start bending this glass. You can see the symmetric looking in there. And not just bend two ways, four ways. It's bending in all directions. Then we move around to the back, taking the same way, bending into multiple directions to create something that fits just so well inside your hand. Then we start thinking about how do we make sure the color is right. We're not the first company using glass to do something. Glass has been used for hundreds of years. But how do you make the glass look stunning? We try to do things differently. We basically evaporate mineral, quite a few elements of mineral, onto the inside of glass. In fact, not just mineral, there are a couple other ingredients, which I can't say. As a result of that, you can see it's a stunning looking of a phone. Why is it stunning looking? The phone I'm holding on, we call it Amazing Silver. Quite some fans came to me during the welcome dinner last night, say, I really like this color, but it's not really silver. I said, you're right. Frankly, we don't really know how quite to call it. That's why I call it Amazing Silver. Because you look at it from this angle, it could be silver with a tint of blue, a purple, different reflection here to give you a different color. We are going to roll out 5 different colors. Amazing Silver, Sapphire Blue, Brilliant Black, Ice White, Solar Red. And to be honest, I don't know why the Solar Red color got leaked. Because it was decided very late, and it still got leaked. I'm just so amazed. Solar Red is not just red. Actually, the reason we call it Solar Red because from an angle, it coming from the radiant of the sun. It comes with a little bit red and gold. I encourage people on the streaming or people here live to find opportunity. We want to show you these brilliant colors. Finally, I want to show you the film done by our industrial design team. Hope you like it. Prepared by a couple people upstairs on 16th floor. The group of people aged probably 25. You see the young vibrancy of hTC.